I want you to listen to this story very, very quickly. A guy comes in 2 weeks ago, says, Tommy, you're going to help me get back on track. My prospecting is off track. I said, what's the problem? He goes, I've lost my mojo. And he goes, I used to be the guy. I was the hustler. I was the agent. Mate, you should have seen the numbers I used to write. I've lost my mojo. I said, okay, so what exactly? He goes, my prospecting is off track. I said, okay. Have you forgotten how to prospect? Or do you know what to do and you've stopped doing it? He says, oh mate, it's complicated. I need a pump up. I said, can we park prospecting on a side for a moment? How's life? How's your life? He goes, it's all right. I go, give me a score out of 10. 10 being the best, 0 being the worst. Give me a number. He goes, 4. I said, okay. What would it take for it to be an 8? He goes, for a start, I wouldn't have broken up with my missus. I said, okay. How long have you been off-track prospecting? He goes, about a year. I said, when did you separate? He goes, about a year. What did I say at the start? Sometimes people think that they've got a problem with their left knee, but the problem is in fact their right hip. He's worried about prospecting, but we can clearly see you can't have been in real estate for 7 years and forgot how to prospect. There's something that's got in the way. So I said, can I ask you, out of 10, 10 being that you're heartbroken, 0 meaning that you've moved on, where are you? He goes, I'm 11. I'm heartbroken. He goes, 10-year, or whatever it was, 8-year marriage down the drain. I said, okay. I said, was it shit for 8 years? He goes, no. He goes, most of it was fine. I said, so really, it's not 8 years down. The truth is, in the end, it had a use-by date, like milk and cheese and bread. Milk, cheese and bread have got expiry dates. At one point, they served a purpose. At another point, they no longer did. And sometimes some relationships do have use-by dates. It doesn't mean it was a failed marriage for 8 years. I said, the next thing I want to ask you is this. Is there any kids involved? He said, no. I said, okay. I said, you know why I'm doing this? Because he thinks he's got a prospecting problem, but this guy's got other problems which are getting in the way of prospecting. And I said, can I just ask you this? When was the last time you saw her? And he says, the other day. I go, why would you see her? Why would you see her when you're still emotional? He goes, I don't know, maybe stay friends, hopefully, you know. One chance in 1,000, you know, we get back together. I said, listen, you know when someone stops taking heroin, do you think that that person says, I'm going to be friends with heroin? I said, you go cold. And when the emotions are gone, you can then start again. But right now, you need to go cold. I said, the next thing, can I ask you, what are you looking forward to the most in the next 7 days? He goes, nothing. I said, nothing. He goes, no, there's nothing to look forward to. I said, what one thing, if it happened next week, at the end of, I said, this week, what one thing, if it happened, would be fantastic, you'd be looking forward to it? He goes, I don't know. I go, think about it. If something, you were able to do something that would just make you happy, he goes, go to Las Vegas. I said, forget about that, give me something else. He says, I don't know, play golf. I used to play golf all the time. I go, get your diary out, schedule it. What gets scheduled gets done. He writes it out. I said, you got something to look forward to. I said, next thing, can I ask you? Get your pen out. Write out 5 things you hate about your ex. He goes, what? I said, write out 5 things you hate about your ex. He goes, why? And I said, because I think that's what you've got to focus on. I think you've got to focus on the reasons why it probably is not a bad thing. So he gets his pen out and he starts writing. Oh, I hate the fact that pretty much everywhere we went, her mother was with us. I said, okay, anything else? He goes, yeah, mate, she was bossy. I go, give me an example. Oh, we'd go to a restaurant, we'd sit down, the waiter would come over, I wouldn't even have a chance to open up my mouth, and she'd say, oh, we'll have the salads and we'll have fish. Well, you happy with chicken? Yeah, all right, good. I said, okay, anything else? He goes, yeah, she had weird political views. I said, okay, anything else? Oh, she's always nagging. I said, mate, this looks like it's fucking a gift, mate. Right? I said, why don't you focus on that? Why don't you focus on that? Because I got a funny feeling that she's moved on. And he goes, she sort of has. I think she's with someone. So I said, what you do is you focus on the things that weren't right. Because I've got to tell you, you don't have a prospecting problem. At the moment, your problem is the fact that you're living in a place of residence in the past. You use the past as a reference point, not a place that you hang out. And I've got to tell you, the past does not equal the future. Rings me back about 3-4 days ago, says, Tom, I've got to tell you, I'm not a 10 out of 10, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Because I said to him, how's your life? He said to me, I'm about a 6 or 7. And the reason why is I've started doing a few things. Like I had a round of golf, and then I caught up with my mates and we had a long lunch. And all of a sudden I realised that there is no Prince Charming waiting at the airport that's going to save my life. And I've got to tell you straight here right now, there is no Prince Charming. There's no superhero. There's no Wonder Woman waiting that's going to come along and say everything's going to be fine. It ain't going to be fine unless you fix it. Generally speaking, we're the problem, we're the solution. And I've got to tell you, things get better by choice, not by chance. There is no one coming to the rescue. Scott Morrison ain't going to save you. McGrath ain't going to save you. Matty Stolman ain't going to save you. I'm not going to save you. I will even probably tell you, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your neighbour, no one is going to save you. At the end of the day, you have to save yourself. If you can come up with a realization that you have to become self-reliant, that's the first thing. The second thing I'm going to say to you in this process is this, that if you're ever stuck in life, just please get this mental model right and you'll never, ever, ever complain. And that is this mental model. All I want you to do is understand how psychology works.
It's given you a test drive of Real Estate Gym. Let me tell you, if you're a subscriber and a member of the gym, you'll be getting videos from our co-coaches all the time. You'll be getting mentors, you'll be getting scripts, you'll be getting dialogues, you'll be getting templates, and most importantly, My Prospector, your personal accountability system to make more calls, get more appointments, get more listings. From around $10 per week, realestategym.com.au, your personal coach.